So this video is to assist you with ensuring your ALEKS assignments are in the proper assignments groups in Canvas. And so you should be logged into your Canvas course that has students in it. It should already be paired with ALEKS, and your gradebook from ALEKS should be paired with Canvas. And so on the left side of the screen for your course with students in it, you're going to click on the assignments link. You might have to scroll, click on the one that says assignments, and then you're going to see your assignment groups. So your groups might look a little different from mine. My groups are based on my syllabus, and your group should be based on your syllabus. Now, when you sync your ALEKS gradebook with your Canvas gradebook, the assignments will automatically default to the first group listed in this grouping here. So I had ALEKS homework first, so all of my assignments from ALEKS will go into ALEKS homework, even if some of them are not ALEKS homework. For instance, let's say perhaps here, pie completion. That is an assignment from ALEKS, but it should not go into the homework group. It should go into the ALEKS pie completion group, a separate weight, a separate assignment group then. And so there's two ways that you can move this assignment out of ALEKS homework for your gradebook and into ALEKS pie completion. The first way is to drag and drop. So I'm going to click the dots here on the left. I'm going to click, drag, drop into the group. That's one way to make sure this is in the right group. The second way is go over here to the right. Okay, left click, and you get a list. You want to say move to. Now I want to move this to, I'm going to click assignment group drop down, move it to ALEKS pie completion, and click move. And you see here, the ALEKS pie completion is now in the correct group. All right. Now, you want to do this for each assignment from ALEKS that may not be ALEKS homework. So perhaps this assignment here, maybe the mastery review number 4. Perhaps you don't put this in your homework. Perhaps you put it in a separate group. You'll want to move this, for instance. I can go to the right and say move to, and then click my drop down and pick the group that I want to go for it to go to. So perhaps you have a separate group, right? And then since there's something already in participation, I can say put this anywhere at the top, at the bottom. Doesn't matter. You can organize that later. Let's say I put this at the top, move. Okay, so you can see here the ALEKS Mastery Review number 4 went into participation. I do like to keep my assignments in order based on when the students do them. So if I don't really want this at the top, I can still move this within the group. So perhaps I want it somewhere, let's see, right there. Okay, because this also affects the way the students see the assignments listed. So if you have your assignments in the right groups, but they're not necessarily in chronological order, it'll appear that same way to the students. And sometimes that's a little bit confusing when they're looking at their gradebook. Okay, let's say you move something incorrectly. All right, maybe I actually did want this assignment to be in homework. I can move it back, move to. I'm going to move this back to homework, and I'm going to actually put it at the bottom, move. Okay, so now that assignment went back, and I put it at the bottom knowing that it does go towards the bottom, but not necessarily at the bottom. Now I'm just going to put it up in chronological order. So there we go. Make sure all of your assignments are in the right groups based on how you're calculating your weighted average. Now, there's a second component to this. If you are an instructor that likes to drop the lowest grades, I do that. One, I recommend you do this at the end of the semester, but this is how you can drop the lowest grades. So I like to drop the lowest grades for some of my participation assignments. I'll drop the 5 lowest grades. So you click the 3 dots on the right, click Edit, and I'm going to drop my 5 lowest scores and say Save. All right, now I also have video lectures in my course. You might not, but I like to drop, I have a lot of them, so I'm going to drop my lowest scores. I'm going to drop the 15 lowest scores, say Save. And again, notice how once this save goes through, there's a rule attached to this. Again, if you are dropping lowest scores, I do recommend you do this at the end of the semester to cut down on some of the questions students have about gradebook, because Canvas does it on a rolling basis. Then if you're dropping the 5 lowest scores, it'll gray out the 5 lowest scores on a continuous basis, and that can be confusing to students, and I just prefer not to get those questions throughout the semester. I tend not to get the questions if I just input the rule at the end of the semester. All right, I hope you found this video helpful.